Hello and welcome back to Two Cups Between. I'm Jordan here with Sam, and this is a bonus episode.
Is up, my bitch? Sorry, my throat has been deteriorating right before we started recording, so I might sound rough. I don't know what happened, but it's fine.
It's fine. I've been talking all day, so
you have been. Are you
hoarse.
good? Do you need like a vocal steamer or a tea?
I probably do.
I think tea is more accessible than a vocal steamer, but whatever you have around.
It's fine. It's all good.
Yeah, I'm just gonna pretend I'm okay until I'm not.
Yeah.
That's fine, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's fine. Okay. So Sam, what are we doing today?
We're doing a little bestie tag.
Love a bestie tag.
We're gonna get to know each other today.
7 years in.
Yeah. We need to have an interview. To see, we're going to test our friendship, essentially. We're going to ask these 15 questions, and they're going to determine whether we're actually friends or if we've been faking it this whole time, basically.
I love this for us, actually.
Very fatalistic.
Yeah. I mean, if we can't answer these questions in a way that makes sense or our answers don't line up, I think
and I'm already
that means our friendship's over.
I'm already worried about some of them.
Oh my god. Okay.
No, it's gonna be fun.
I'm ready.
Yeah, I know. Okay. Do you want to start? Okay, wait. Actually, I'm gonna start.
Yeah, you start.
Okay. This one's cringe, but I love
it. Oh my god.
Okay, what is one word you can use to describe me? It better be good. I'm gonna think of one for you.
You're gonna, my brain's not built for this.
Just a word, Jordan. One word.
There's no one word that encapsulates all of your glory.
You don't need to be so, like, whatever
what?
This
is. What is this?
Okay, like, I'm not some, like, god.
Did I say that?
No, but you're being like, how do I define your glory? Like, this isn't a Christian hymn. Okay.
Fine. Sure. I'll allow it for now. Oh.
Off the top of your head. It doesn't have to be, like, all encapsulating. Like, right now, how would you describe me?
The first word I thought of was exuberant.
Exuberant?
Yeah, how do you feel about that word?
It's a good one.
No, it's not. Tell me what you're thinking.
Elaborate. Why?
Okay.
Why exuberant?
Because, exuberant, but with the caveat that it doesn't have to, like, I feel like exuberant is like straight up joy all the time. Like, loudly and profoundly expressing joy. And I don't think that's exactly what I mean, but it is the first word I could come up with that kind of encapsulated who you are to me, like how I feel, how I would describe you. Because, like, if you're in a great mood, yes, you're exuberant. Like, you were laughing, having a good time, expressing that joy. But then even if you're in a bad mood or you're complaining about something, like, you're enthusiastically doing so. And it's something that I really love about you.
Enthusiastically complaining? That is accurate.
So I felt like exuberant was a moderate, or like I guess just a good choice. And it was it was the first thing that came to mind.
Like expressive.
Yeah, it's like expressive, but it's even more than that. But expressive is maybe better because exuberance is usually happy, I think. If I'm remembering the definition of this word together, it's happiness.
I know. I'm also like, do I know words? Like, exactly. I don't know if I know that many words right now. Yeah.
I mean,
to be honest,
you are, baseline actually exuberant. Like, you are often joyous or in a good mood, sort of. I guess. Now I'm
Yeah.
thinking about it, I'm like, no, you are. Like, you're generally in a pretty good mood.
I think
If
I'm
you're,
quite, I don't know.
you have a
Even when I'm
positive
in a bad
disposition.
mood,
Mm-hmm.
I try not to, and I mean, I don't know, this I'm not trying to sound like I'm better for not like being in a bad mood. That's not true.
Mm-hmm.
I'm definitely in bad moods. But I see everything as like this is just a passing feeling.
Right.
You
Which
know
not
what
a
I
lot of people
mean?
do.
It's
So,
like not that serious. You know
yeah.
something? Did I tell you about this? We were in class and we've had a lot of flipped lectures this week and
Mm-hmm.
last week, which is where we have to like pre-watch some video or some like
Uh-huh.
pre-recorded
Right.
lecture, and then we come to class and we're only doing like questions kind of
Mm-hmm.
and like review. So you
Mm-hmm.
kind of, I mean, the thing is it's like not high pressure, you're not being graded, but
Right.
it's more for your benefit if you kind of prepare and you come and you're able to answer some questions. But either way, like we're going to go over everything. You
Mm-hmm.
know? Like it's
Yeah.
not like you're going to answer the question and then they're just going to move on. We're going to talk about them.
Right.
Um so like sometimes I prepare for them and sometimes like I'm kind of like whatever, I'll just show up to this thing and I'll
Mm-hmm.
watch the thing later or I'll just whatever. And to me, it's not a big deal to not be able to answer every question,
Mm-hmm.
especially when there's no stakes. But some people are so like, they like take it so
Right.
seriously. And
Right.
one girl in my like round table was saying, like, I feel, she used the word miserable. I feel miserable if I don't come to these prepared.
Lord.
And I was like, miserable? She was like,
Yeah.
yeah. And I'm like, is that really the word? Like, I understand feeling like, oh, I'm a little lost,
Be
like I'm
careful.
behind.
Hold on. Be careful banging your desk.
Oh, sorry.
It's
Sorry.
okay.
I'm expressing too much. Um but she was kind of like I was like I understand being like, "Oh, I'm this means I'm behind in
Mm-hmm.
material," which is always kind of a stressor. But
Mm-hmm.
like miserable is so dramatic. Have you been miserable before?
Yeah.
That's kind of what it is to me. Like I've experienced so many range of emotions that
Right.
like something going wrong, and I definitely have my times where I will flip out at a minor inconvenience.
Sure.
I'm no stranger to that. But then I'll also kind of be like, okay, that's a little ridiculous. We're being a little ridiculous right now. We're
Mm-hmm.
not miserable because we're sitting in a lecture. You know?
Right. Right.
I don't know. But that's kind of maybe that's why I may come off that way. Cuz people
Yeah.
often tell me that I seem like a positive little bubble of sunshine.
Right. Which is not like really how I would describe you, but I
Yeah,
would say
yeah.
that you're exuberant at the same
Right.
time. Like, I do feel
Yeah.
like that's not an inaccurate description of you.
Yeah, I don't think
So
it's inaccurate. It's quite a word. It's
it
quite a
is a
word.
word. It's a word.
Okay, my word for you is probably because my vocabulary is not so great. I don't know if you'll like it either.
Okay.
Um, but I have an explanation. I can
Okay.
explain. Mine for you is like righteous, but
Oh.
not like self-righteous, even though there are moments.
Of course there are.
But but I mean, it's this thing that we've been discussing a lot lately of like
Mm.
you really have like you're opinionated in a good way. You have like very high principles for things, like for how someone's being treated, for how you're being treated, for how you should treat someone, for like how certain situations should go.
Mm.
And like I think that you try to appease those things for a lot of people,
Mm.
if that makes sense. Like
Mm-hmm.
you're very like forthcoming in like a righteous way. I think at least you're always trying to be. That's what I like
Mm-hmm.
feel like with you. Or
A
you're
more
trying to
classical definition of righteous versus the self-righteous. Okay.
exactly what I mean. And you
Mm-hmm.
like take the lead on things a lot. Like it's very comfortable to like make plans with you because you will be like, okay, we should do this and this and this. And I'm like, you're right, we should do that. I'll trust it. Sure.
Okay.
And and like very logistical, because you can figure out like this is the right thing to do is kind of what I mean. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
I feel like it's a little abstract.
I like that it's a little bit abstract though, but I understand what you're saying completely.
Yeah, it kind of like, I mean, there are more words to qualify it, but like reliable also comes to mind too.
Me reliable?
Yeah,
that seems like a scam.
Well, but that's what I mean. Like, I feel like if
Right.
I don't know how to do some, like literally, if I don't know how to do something, I can be like, Jordan will know how to do it. Not necessarily like you'll do something perfectly, but you'll be like, oh, well, maybe this is the route you should take. And I'm like, shit, you're right. That's wild.
Wow.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's so nice, actually.
Yeah. Okay, I'm glad you like it.
I actually do like it. That's so interesting that that's like how you see me.
I know. Wow.
Wow.
We would have never, we never talk like this.
Not really.
How do you see me?
No. We're usually just sitting there with each other like, I'm a piece of shit, dude.
Yeah. Like, and then you're like, you're a fucking goddess. And it doesn't really go any further.
Exactly.
You're fucking crushing it, bestie. And it's like, okay, this isn't really mean.
No. But we will hype each other to the ends of the earth, no matter what.
But then sometimes I'm like, are we just saying words?
I know. Sometimes
step on my neck, break my windpipe.
Oh my god.
And it's like, what's the meaning behind this?
I love it, actually. This is great. This is a good question to start with.
Yeah, I like it. Okay, next.
Okay, number 2. When did we first meet and how did we become close friends?
Okay.
That's 2 questions in one. I think.
Yeah, and the when did we first meet is actually like 3 questions. It's not.
It is. Like, oh my god. This is actually like the wildest story about the origins of our friendship. So the first time we remember meeting each other.
Yeah, like
consciously meeting each other is was my junior year, right? So it would have been your sophomore year.
Yeah.
Yes.
So okay, wait. I remember. I'm pretty sure the first thing. Oh my god, I feel like there's so much backstory. But like, we started college at the same time.
Yes.
But after our first semester, took a break for 3 semesters essentially. And then, is that right? Yeah, for 3 semesters. So I came back during your junior year.
Yes.
I had accumulated enough credits so that it was my sophomore year. If that makes sense.
Exactly.
So then we started our like August semester at the same time.
Yes.
I was living in our college had housing where like a lot of international students lived. So I and one of our mutual friends, we lived with 2 international students. One from England and one from Sweden.
No, she's from the Netherlands.
No, I'm talking about the girl who lived there before her, or I guess after her. You remember she like moved out and then someone else came. I'm trying not to say people's names. It was Sweden
before, and then someone from the Netherlands.
Yeah, which was like a really cool experience, obviously. And then Jordan, you were like an international student mentor. No,
I wasn't even that year. I was not a mentor.
You were just friends with people who were mentors. Got it. Okay, I remember now. Yeah. Okay, the first time I remember like actually meeting you and talking to you and hanging out with you, I think you came back to my apartment. Was after we went on the Halloween trail on our campus.
Yes.
Is
so
that
we
what
had
you
gone
remember?
there together. Yeah. We had gone there together with our mutual friends and like all of the international students that we were all connected to.
Yes.
We went to this little Halloween. It was like haunted woods, and the woods is about 30 feet of woods.
Okay, but I loved that woods.
I mean, it was great.
It's a beautiful trail, actually. It's a wildflower preserve, technically.
It's very small. I don't think it's the same spot.
Well, yeah, it's not going to be like...
No, it's in the middle of campus. I don't think it's the same spot.
Really? I thought we... Okay, whatever. These are...
Either way.
details that nobody cares
It doesn't matter.
But yeah, they made like a haunted trail. It was pretty fun, actually. It was pretty funny.
Fun. Yeah. We had a good time. Then we went back to your apartment.
Yeah.
Yes.
And hung out.
We hung out. And you and I were like not intentionally feeling each other out, but there was just a moment where we like kind of looked at each other and we're like, I think internally we were both like, I found someone.
Yeah, and I was like, I don't know how to describe it either because it's so long ago. But at the time, I was like, yeah. And for me, I mean, from my perspective, I had like a really rough time during my break. And I was coming back to school, like, I need to get my shit together. I don't care about making friends. This seems so silly now. Mm-hmm. But like looking back at my 19-ish year old self, I was kind of like, oh, you know, I really need to focus and like I'm not really interested in blah blah blah. Like a lot of what I struggled with in my first semester had to do with like social engagements with the wrong people. And so I think it kind of made me a little fearful of like getting too involved with friends and like social things. And like people pointed it out to me. They're like, we could tell that you changed. Like you're a little closed off, and then you were fine with like hanging out with us. Mm-hmm. And so it was kind of like, it was kind of weird. I was like, oh, someone I actually want to hang out with. You know what I mean?
Yes.
But it was like instantly. Whereas other people had to like grow on me.
Because we didn't interact really at the Haunted Woods because we were interacting with the people we already knew, even though we knew, you know, like we were like, oh, hi. But like I was talking to people I knew.
Hi. Yeah.
But then when we go back and we're all talking and it was just like, I like you immediately. I know I like you.
Why?
I think we were talking about music, but I really don't know why we connected as deeply as we did.
Yeah.
Right away.
Yeah.
And that was like literally the rest is history at this point. We started spending every day together.
Pretty much.
That was it. Pretty quickly after that, if not immediately.
Yeah. Yeah, because we talked about like my 21st birthday. I guess I said 19, but I was actually 20. And then I turned 21, and that's when we were fully hanging out. But like, I guess before that we were like spending every day going to the library and doing work together. Mm-hmm. We were both humanities majors, but pre-med.
Yes, we were.
Choices, whatever.
Choices were made.
So I don't know. We just had a lot in common, but a lot not in common.
Right. It was so weird. Like we're different people, like very different people, but we really had so much in common, more in common with each other than I think we did with other people, even in our friend groups that we were already friends with.
Right. Yeah, true.
Which was weird. But like it was like kindred spirits, like, and I think that's kind of cringe to say, but it was like very instantaneous for us.
Yeah.
Where we connected so deeply.
Yeah, pretty much.
But, okay.
Go ahead.
Okay, what else? I was going to say the first time we actually met, but if you have more.
Well, I was going to say, like, I don't think I would have expected us to, like, stay friends for this long. I wasn't really thinking about that at all. Mm-hmm. Of like, oh, how long will these college friends last?
Yeah.
But, I don't know. It was interesting, to say the least.
It was. Right. I don't know. I have always had like a friendship mindset. Like they're in my life for as long as they're in my life.
They're supposed to be. Yeah.
Right.
Same.
So, and I think part of that is because I've moved a lot as a kid, I moved a lot. So I didn't, I had to learn to not be super attached to people. So I very much was like, well, they're my friends and now. I love them.
Yeah. They're my friends now. Yeah.
Yeah. And if we stay together in the long term, that's great. If not, they were very important to me during this time of my life. So I don't know. My friendship view is a little different, but
yeah. Well, yeah, I think I've gained that now because I've had a lot of falling outs, but like not necessarily bad ones, some bad ones, but like not all bad. They're just like we're doing stuff. We don't live near each other and we're doing stuff.
Right.
But I mean, it's just interesting that you and I haven't had that issue.
Not at all.
We've definitely had times where like there wasn't as much contact.
Yeah.
Right? But I don't know. It just didn't affect us that way, which is,
right.
I don't know, kind of crazy. Kind of cool.
It's very cool.
Yeah.
It's rare in friendships, I think.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I'm happy that we have that. True. I mean, I just like the way our friendship has evolved, I wouldn't expect any less from us. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, of course it's fine.
I mean,
we are who we are.
We were saying early on, like, we probably were friends in a past life. It's like, who says that?
I know. From very early on in our friendship, I was like, oh, yeah, we were friends in a past life. We've been important to each other for a long time. Like, that is how instantaneous and deep our connection was.
For me, that's not the first time I've had that friendship, but it's the most... I mean, even with the friends that I do feel that is true for, like previous friends that I had before college, I still haven't been able to like really keep in contact with them all the time like we do. So it was like an instant like, oh, I know this. It wasn't like oh, you know, this is probably true, and like,
yeah,
I don't know, developing that over time. And that wasn't something I could easily even say to people, because that's like kind of woo-woo
right
to say.
Not everybody would get that.
And I don't even know if you were super into that stuff, but we still were just like, yeah, that's probably true. But yeah. And you're right, the rest was history. I don't know. But let's talk about the time.
Oh, God.
Let's talk about when we actually
first time we met.
Oh, God.
We were both probably, I don't know if you were actually, but I was extremely intoxicated.
Oh, I was very crossfaded.
Okay, right. This was don't drink underage. This was our freshman year of college, at which time we were both in the same place at the same time, both freshmen. It was the first semester because, like you said, you left second.
But yeah, it was first semester. Like I said, I'm not necessarily saying like the people I hung around were bad, but I just think they were bad influences for me. We partied a lot.
Yeah.
We lived in a dorm that was like suite style. And so it was co-ed, so it would be like, you know, girls and boys in like different suites. So the guys next to my suite are basically who I hung out with, and we were known for like throwing parties. Essentially, at least on our floor.
Right.
I'm not saying like all of campus. We weren't like that, but at least on our floor, like there were some people who lived in that town. Their parents like would go out of town all the time, so we had houses or like the place where we met was someone's sister's apartment.
Yes.
And we would just like fucking rage. Yeah. And drink and like other herbaceous activities. And when we talked about like when we probably actually saw each other, I was with one of the guys who was like serving all of the like girls who were invited. Like he was serving all of them drinks. And I had like a huge crush on him, and I was seething at anyone he spoke to.
Yep. My friend was flirting with another guy in this group, which is how we got the invite.
Yes.
Not the guy you had a crush on.
Not the guy I had a crush on. But he was just like a really flirty person, so he was just like doing it. He was a Pisces. There's so much to say. There's so much to that story. But anyway.
Yeah.
Anyway, so I like didn't even really know, like I wasn't associating with other people. I was being a stuck-up bitch, basically.
Right.
But yeah.
But we did determine that we were at this exact same party at the same time. And we have apparently met, but didn't actually
meet because it wasn't the time.
Nobody remembers.
It was not the time.
We would not have been friends. I feel like if we had met then and interacted any more than we did, which was not at all, then we actually probably wouldn't have been friends later because we would have looked at each other and been like, oh, I recognize you.
Well, your friend who ended up dating one of the guys in my group.
Yeah.
We hung out. She would hang out with us a lot. I don't think you guys would often come.
No.
But like
never.
she would come, and then oh god, there's so much drama. There was like a girl who dated this guy that I had a crush on, but he didn't take it seriously. But both your friend and this girl were like, oh my god, these are like serious relationships. But I knew these guys weren't being serious. They were just hooking up with girls, you know?
Yeah.
And I remember talking to these guys. I was like, hey, like these girls for some reason feel comfortable telling me about their relationships with you. They think that you're being serious and you need to talk to them about like what your expectations are, you know? And that just like was a whole thing. Cause I didn't want to like rat out my friends, my guy friends either.
Right.
I didn't know like who to be loyal to. Like, should I be loyal to these girls because I'm also a woman, or should I like try to get my guy? Because these guys just don't know. They're just being stupid freshmen.
Right. So annoying.
So terrible. These were toxic years.
These were toxic
years.
Freshman year was awful, actually. It was really bad. I mean, I made some really great friends that I'm still friends with today, but it was so bad.
Yeah. It was like I mean, this sounds dramatic, but I feel like it was a test of my morality, you know?
Yes. Absolutely.
Drama.
Lordy. This is why I don't drink anymore, though, because I went too hard freshman year and I hate it now.
Yeah, I wish I could say the same.
I definitely have a lot of different life experiences.
I definitely didn't go that hard for the rest of my college years, but Peace Corps was a whole different...
That's different. Look, that's different.
Sure. But, I mean, essentially that's how we met.
20 minutes later, that's how we met.
we essentially were on each other's radar, like, basically. We, like, had gotten close enough. And it probably, I mean, it's almost fateful that we met again through a completely different
I agree.
Group
That's
of
what trips me up.
Yeah.
That's where I'm like,
right. Because our college is pretty big.
Yeah. Fairly big.
You know? Also, we were no longer in the same class because I was a year behind now.
Right. We weren't in the same major, weren't in the same class.
We weren't in the same major. We weren't in any of our pre-med classes together, right?
No, not at all. So we'd never had a class together.
Which is wild.
Yeah.
Why did that happen?
I don't know. Yeah, we just
Can you imagine us in lab, Orgo lab?
Oh my god,
fucking shit up.
We would have been a mess, dude. They would have hated us. Good God.
Yeah. I mean, I would have liked it because my Orgo lab partner sucked ass.
Yeah. We probably would have done really well with our experiments, but they would have had to like shush us or something, you know, like in grade
school.
Yeah,
we would have too much fun.
Yeah. We would have had too good of a time. Oh God.
Oh no. What is one thing about me that annoys you the most?
You can go first because it seems like you have something to say.
Oh, okay. Well, we've talked about this. Mm-hmm. And it's only in your best interest. Okay, I'm giving disclaimers. Okay. So if people listening know our lore, you were on one of our friend streams where it was like an advice segment, right? And, you know, there are lots of advice about like friends and like people who kind of like load on you too much, or like, you know, they like vent to you too much, or they like whatever are doing the most. Yeah. And you said that I never do that to you, right? That's what you claimed.
Yeah.
So one thing that I think stood out to me early on in our friendship is that people are always just needing you.
Oh.
It has to do with what I was saying before, that you're very righteous, you're a very reliable person, and I think people pick up on that actually. Like it's a very, I don't know, you just seem like someone to go to be like, I need help figuring this stuff out, and you're willing to do it to them. Like you're very gracious with it too. And I think I'm very protective of you, because you need time to do that for yourself.
Mm-hmm.
And I think it frustrates me when I feel like you're being all like pulled in different directions by people and you're just
But
like willing
how
to
is
do it.
that something that annoys you about me?
Because I want
that
you to
sounds
say
like a problem with
no.
other people.
The thing
So
that
what is
annoys
it
me is that you
in
don't
that?
say no.
Okay.
Okay. Like, I wish
Okay.
you would say no more.
Mm-hmm.
And that people would stop annoying you. The thing that annoys me about you is that people annoy you. Maybe that's
Oh
not the
my
best way to put
God.
it. But what I truly think it is that people see you as like a reliable person to go to,
Mm-hmm.
and you will stretch yourself to help them, even if it like sacrifices like your time or your
Mm-hmm.
energy. And that's annoying.
Oh my God.
In
Okay.
conclusion, I want you to say
Okay.
no more. I want you to hang up on people. I want you to pencil them in, but be like, never mind, and mark it out aggressively. Okay? You know what I
Okay.
mean? I
Okay.
want you to drop off, no contact for a while.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah. I think it'd be good for you.
Interesting. I'll think about it.
But yeah, that's what comes to mind
Huh.
off the top of my head.
Okay.
See, that's not that bad.
No,
Now
I mean, not at all.
Now I must know. Tell me why I'm annoying. Be
I was
honest.
literally trying to think about it while I was listening to you,
Be
but
honest.
I don't know.
Come on, just say something.
You
Just say
egging
it.
me on, Jesus.
Just say it. I know you're thinking. I know you must have something.
I think. Do you want me to be really honest?
Yes.
Okay, I think what annoys me the most about you, is your aversion to receiving affection.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Not
Tell
just
me
because
more.
I'm an affectionate person,
Okay.
but because like you are an affectionate person, I think, and you just like refuse to allow it because you know if you let it in, you're gonna be really upset when you don't have it. And it will like affect you to that lack of affection from whoever will affect you
Yeah.
more strongly than you care to admit.
I mean,
And
I think before we met
mhm,
officially,
mhm.
I know there's two versions of us
Yeah,
meeting.
but the official meeting.
The official meeting, I think I was a super affectionate person.
Mm-hmm.
And obviously there were times that didn't go very well. Or it became
Right.
very conditional.
Mm-hmm.
Um, Even with this guy that I liked freshman year before we
Mm-hmm.
met, before we officially met,
Yeah.
he basically dated someone else, but like
Mm-hmm.
kept me like around, is what I'll
Yes.
say.
Yeah.
But not going too deep into it.
Mm-hmm.
So that I think that really fucked up my like view of like giving someone my affection for
Mm-hmm.
sure.
Yeah.
And I feel bad. Like I know we have a lot of affectionate friends.
Mm-hmm.
Even showing affection through like an online friendship,
Yeah.
which I believe in. I don't I know people say all these things about parasocial relationships, but I do think there's a lot of affection in our little communities.
Yes, definitely.
Um and I feel more comfortable doing it that way.
Mm-hmm.
But I do something I've been thinking about lately is that I feel very hot and cold with my affection too.
Uh-huh.
And I don't like that because if I encountered someone like that, it would feel very almost like manipulative.
Okay.
So, I mean, that annoys me about me too.
I mean, I think for me, why it annoys me, kind of in the way that you were saying you don't like that I don't say no enough, is that like I think it would benefit you more than it would end up hurting you,
Yeah.
even if it doesn't feel like that.
Oh, yeah.
I just,
Oh, I know.
yeah, I think, yeah, if you allowed it, it would be way more beneficial. But of course, I understand the
Drama.
past, yeah, the trauma that
Yeah,
makes you
yeah.
not want to even allow that. So it's not like I don't get that completely,
Oh,
but
yeah.
I do think your affection aversion is probably what annoys me the most about you.
Oh yeah, that's so
these
fair.
are such lackluster things to be annoyed about.
No, I think these are very deep things to be annoyed. Like,
maybe that's what I mean. They're just like more profound than like, oh, that thing.
Oh, I hate how you sound when you're eating ramen.
We're very close, so it's just real stuff.
Like, you do have some road rage, but that doesn't.
Oh, I'm
like used to it.
Doesn't mean it's good, but I do have some serious road rage.
Yeah, but
sometimes I've also tried to be better about that.
When I find out, like, you know, the first time that you find out someone is a more road ragey person is a little like off-putting to me, because I don't know, it makes me anxious. I think because my oldest sister has that. She's much better now, thankfully, because she's a mother, so she probably should, you know, she's a little calmer in general. Yeah. She's dealt with worse things in her life than someone being a terrible driver.
Right.
Unfortunately. So now she's a little more tolerant. But definitely before, I used to be like, oh my god, I hate being in the car with you. So when I find out someone's like that, I'm like, ooh. But I don't know if that's annoying. It's more like, I wish you wouldn't.
Yeah.
I'm scared.
Yeah. It's so funny. Being in the car with you is also hard for me. Fun.
Wait, it's hard for you? Yeah. Oh, when I'm driving?
Yes, when you're driving.
Oh, when I'm driving? Because I get super anxious when I'm driving someone.
Yes, and I can tell because you become a worse driver.
I'm so... yeah, because I promise I'm a good driver. But I've driven across the state. You know, like, I'm not a bad driver.
I believe you. I just get nervous because, like, I'm like, I've been in the car with you and it's, like, scary. And then I'm like, no, now they're alone and I'm supposed to not be worried?
No, I don't want you to worry. I've driven so much. And the thing is, it's mostly with you. I'm the most anxious driving you. I don't know why. I love that we're talking about this, though.
I know, right now.
Yeah, I haven't, like, examined why. I think it's like because you're a good driver and I'm not a bad driver. No. But I think because you're a good driver that you're like giving me you're giving me like an evaluation on my driving. You know? Whereas, like, I've driven my cousins who don't drive around. Like, how are they gonna know? Right.
Oh no.
And the thing is, I'm not a bad driver, so they wouldn't have anything bad to say.
Right.
Like, I've driven around the city that my family's from now. It's not necessarily that hard to drive there. It's getting worse because more people are moving in.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I don't know. Funny. Yeah, I'm just anxious driving you around.
That's actually so funny, and I love that we're talking.
I feel like I've told you that before. Like, I feel like you're judging me when I drive, so I don't want to drive anymore.
Oh, I think you've said that, but you think I'm judging you all the time, even when I'm literally not. So I dismissed that thought.
It's also metaphorical. When I'm driving in life.
Oh my god. You're so dramatic.
I know. I hope to get over that soon. Although I haven't been driving for a while, so we'll see.
I was gonna say, you're not driving at all, so how could you get over that? But I get it.
Yeah.
Wow. All right.
That's funny. So we found the actual thing that annoyed us is about driving.
It's just driving. I don't know.
I can't think of anything else.
No.
It annoys me that you're a picky eater.
I'm not a picky eater. It annoys me that you say that.
Oh my god.
It's fine. It's fine. We're not gonna get into this right now. We can talk about this next time.
No. It's funny though. If we're talking about like a pet peeve kind of annoyed, that's one. Because one of my pet peeves are picky eaters. Oh my god, I'm sweating.
It's so funny. Oh my god. Okay, next question.
Yeah.
When was the last time we fought? Just now.
Just now.
Oh god. No, for real, the last time we fought. We tried to talk about this before because we both thought this question in particular was a hard one.
Well, fight is an interesting word.
Yes.
We've had some what's the word?
Heated discussions, maybe.
Scuffles is not even it. We haven't had like
heated discussions.
We've had heated discussions. We've had times where like we're really apologetic to each other, but I don't know if that's like a fight.
I don't think so.
Well, that's okay. One thing I'm thinking about is when you started dating the person that you're dating right now. And you were hiding it from everyone.
Yeah.
Which is fine. It was totally in your right. But then when I found out that you were hiding it because you thought I would judge you, I felt like, so, you know, like that wasn't a fight, but we were like, we had to have an uncomfortable conversation.
We did. Well, we don't fight. That's like it
that wasn't
word specifically is hard.
I can't imagine, because I was already like, you don't owe me that information, so like I'm not gonna fight you about it. But I am just so much more
reasonable than most people.
Yeah, well, I guess. Wait, did you say me or
yeah,
both of
you?
Us?
I think you're just much more reasonable.
I think both of us are more reasonable than most people.
Maybe.
Cause like, yeah, like I'm sure for anyone else they would be like, well, why wouldn't my best friend tell me about who they're dating? I'm like, why do they have to? You know? Right. And I'm also probably someone who wouldn't share that with you right away.
Right.
You know? And I don't think you would be mad.
No, I would not. I mean, it's kind of like I'm nosy, so of course I want to know, but I'm also like not going to begrudge you keeping something like that to yourself.
Right. But it's kind of like once I found out why, it brought up like other stuff for me that doesn't even have to do with you and I. You know, like it brought up stuff about like just my, I don't know, maybe my standards for people or like what I come off as a friend. But that has nothing to do with you, and I just had to like do some self-examining. You know?
Yeah.
So like it wasn't a fight, but I was kind of like, I need some time and like distance, because if I like keep trying to talk to you about it, I feel like it would turn into something else, because you don't have to like psychoanalyze me about this. You know, this is like so beyond the scope of what this is, which is that you started a relationship and then you told me about it, and that's all it was. You know what I mean?
Right.
But that wasn't like a fight. No. But I think for other people it would have been a fight.
Maybe.
For like stupid reasons, in my opinion.
Yeah, I think, and I was trying to say this before when we were kind of mentioning it, but like I think what we do as friends is we just really value very clear communication with each other, and we both value taking a step away if we need it, which is not something that a lot of people can handle in an argument or a disagreement or a discussion that like this, where it wasn't easy to have, period. But then like a lot of people don't want to take space, they want to resolve it immediately, and that's not always the best course of action.
Yeah, well, I don't know, I think it's hard, especially like when you're feeling big emotions when talking to someone,
right?
Like there is no resolution in that moment, because you have to feel your like you have to figure out why you're feeling that way, which is what I was doing. And I realized really quickly it had nothing to do with you. Right? It was kind of like triggering for other reasons. And so I didn't want to come to you with all this like, well, no, you think I'm like this, and like it would
but that's like, what I mean. Like not a lot of people take the time to even think about that like I'm not mad at this person, but I need to figure out why I'm feeling upset in any way. And not everybody can do that and like figure that out for themselves. So it's something that I think we really value individually and in our friendship. So fighting is not really a thing we do. We play fight or like pretend to argue or like bicker. We bicker maybe. But that's totally different.
Well, that is affection.
Yes, for us at least. For us. Right.
I think people may see it and they're like, oh my God.
No, we're just they like okay? Playing, and I don't know. It is affection for us, so I don't. yeah, it's hard. This question is very hard for
Have you ever felt like we were
us.
bickering and it went too like hard, like too deep?
Oh, I think we stop before we get there, if I'm being honest. Because I think we've gotten to that point where we start like not even like making fun of each other too much, but we definitely start like picking at personal things that like, you know, we might find funny a little bit, and then like it could very quickly devolve into something that's not productive or fun
Right.
anymore.
Right.
But we do tend to stop before we get to that point.
Yeah. Well, I think you and I are okay with, and not everyone's okay with this, but I think we're okay with like pointing out very like quite serious things about each other with humor.
Yes.
Because for you and I, like what you said, like picking at personal things, we're not actually really picking on each other, because
Right, we're not.
I don't know, that would be like we wouldn't be friends.
Right. For
if
sure.
that's what we were doing. We're actually trying to be like, hey, like look at this thing that I'm sure you've analyzed about yourself before. I'm bringing attention to it. And like if we're not ready to talk about it, it'll end.
That's fine.
The
yeah,
conversation will end. The bickering will end.
Yeah, and it's not a big deal.
Right.
Right. I just like, I really can't think of a time I was ever like mad at you. You know what I mean?
Really?
It's just not.
Well, yeah, I don't think I've been mad at you.
It's just not a feeling I have towards you, which is rare. I'm kind of an angsty, a little bit testy person.
Mad at people all the time?
Not all the time, but I do get upset.
Right.
Like, I don't know. I would say that I probably have a bit of a short temper, if I'm being honest. So, which is not my, you know, shining characteristic.
I think I'm easily annoyed by people too. I don't know if it's a temper or not, because I don't know, actually. But like the things that people do will annoy me quickly. But I don't feel that way towards you either.
No. See, we're just gonna keep
we just
might as well just move on. We just don't fight.
We don't fight. One thing I was gonna say, and this is like probably the closest thing to a fight. But it still wasn't.
It still wasn't.
I'm very anti-American Thanksgiving.
Oh yeah.
And but this is like, here's the thing. This is like so what's the word? It's not like a personal attack.
Right.
To talk about Thanksgiving and why it's bad. But I mean, for you, Thanksgiving has like a cultural meaning that I don't relate to.
Right.
So then we had like disagreements about that.
But again, this was fully a discussion about
exactly. But you kind of had to be like, well, I mean, I do know you had to be like, you can't say this about this because of my culture. And I was like, oh, this feels like a fight.
Oh yeah, because I was talking about how like being Black, Thanksgiving has a different meaning.
Absolutely.
Right. Which, so like that was the only thing. I don't know. If I said you can't be like this, that feels kind of to me.
I don't know if it was exactly that.
Right. But
I was trying to say like, I understand that. I know that like this isn't news to me.
Right.
But I was kind of like, I still don't think that's enough to justify celebrating Thanksgiving, and you
for sure
don't agree with that, which is fine.
I mean, and like the thing is, I completely understand what you're saying.
We understand each other's perspective. We just don't agree, and like we don't have to agree all the time.
Exactly. And that's another problem.
Wild concept.
I know. That's another problem I think people face. Like, you don't have to agree with everyone. You can just like not agree on things like this, where it's not, you know, a major I don't know, like a huge political opinion. Like, it's literally about Thanksgiving and how I don't associate it with the origin of the holiday, and I acknowledge how horrific it is. But the day is the day, and it has become a celebration of like Black family and freedom and joy.
And I absolutely acknowledge that. I'm not going to take that away from the Black community. I don't have the access to do that. That is not my place.
Right. It's just like, that's how we are with each other. A lot more understanding. And
well, because that's like a cultural difference, right? And I mean, I don't know if you and I I mean, obviously, you and I have very different cultures, even though I don't think we feel that all the time because we're able to be okay with that. I feel a lot of cultural blunders with a lot of people.
Right.
Especially like, you know, just like white Americans. But the thing is, like, a blunder comes about if you like can't just be okay with the fact that someone's different. You know what I mean? Like, if you're gonna be like, I'm right, you're wrong about something, then that's where a cultural blunder takes place to me.
I agree.
I feel like I should be better about talking about this because I am an anthropologist. Adjusts glasses. This is audio podcast, but yeah, I'll just let you in on what I'm doing. But yeah, I mean, essentially, you and I are okay with being like, oh, well, you probably see this completely differently because you have a different upbringing than I do.
Yeah.
But at the time, it was kind of like, huh, we really disagree on something for once.
Yes. Again, it was a disagreement, though, not a fight.
I know, like... not a fight. I don't even know what that word means anymore. But anyway, I guess that's enough rambling about that, I guess.
It's come with a long, I think a lot of maturity individually and as a pair of friends. So another thing that I really value about our friendship is the way we communicate that stuff and how like silly we can be. I just appreciate that we can go back and forth all the time.
Yeah, that's true.
In the same conversation, even when we're talking about something serious, like.
Yeah, and then just joke about something stupid.
Yeah,
not everyone is able to do that.
No, the tone shifts are not for everyone, but you and I are really good at them.
Yeah, well.
All right, next question.
Oh, yeah. Well, the next question is about how long did we stop talking to each other about our last fight, which...
Oh, well... Like, I guess you can mention the time you were, like, disappointed.
Yeah, but that I don't even think that was more than a few days.
If that.
If that. And that was during cancer season. Let's listen,
be real.
We're not there yet, but when we get there, you all will understand the feelings of you know, the victimization, the sensitive, like the always hurt feelings, like that was just the vibe, and I knew that, so it wasn't a thing. It wasn't that big of a thing.
Oh boy.
Okay, wait. Do you want to ask this next one? This one's funny.
Yes. Between the two of us, who takes more time to get ready? I have been thinking about this question
because it really depends.
It does. It does. Oh my god. I'm trying to think.
Because here's the thing. I don't really wear makeup.
Right.
But I take a long time to get ready.
Yes.
Because I don't want to.
Yes. You just take a long time.
I just take a long time.
That means to do anything. I'm not just referring to Sam getting ready. I mean Sam doing anything.
Oh, takes period. A while. You take a long time, period.
Yeah.
Yeah. Is that not something that annoys you?
Actually, it's not, because I know that a lot of the time it's you savoring something, or like you don't want to do something, so you're procrastinating. But usually it's you savoring something. Like when you take a long time to eat, you're just savoring the experience, which I really like about you, and I want to try to do more of, but I am bad at savoring.
Oh my god. Okay, I didn't even know you would pick up on that, but that's so true. And like when I do I hate doing my skincare rushed, and that's just how it's been for a while, especially with school,
right?
But I love just like letting everything absorb, and then doing the gua sha for no reason,
right? But I know
we're going
you like
to the grocery store.
I know you enjoy those things, so you taking a long time to get ready doesn't bother me. I just know I need to prompt you to start sooner.
That is very true. You'll be like, okay, you need to start now. Take your coffee into the bathroom with you. Just start now. And I'll be like, what? What do you mean? Like, we don't have to leave for another hour? Yeah, you need to start.
You need to go get started.
But like actually, I don't know if this is true, but I feel like you might have more steps.
Oh, I think that is true. I think these days I'm actually less maintenance like that. Like I don't always have more steps these days because I've really given up on, like, you know, wearing makeup or finding really
Right.
cute outfits just to go out because I can't be bothered. But
But back in the days when we would like get ready to go somewhere,
yeah.
maybe.
Yeah.
Pre-pandemic anyway.
Yes, pre-pandemic, going out, or
Yeah.
especially going out because it'll take me 90 years to find an outfit, whereas Sam
True.
is like,
well, this is what I brought.
yeah, this is what I brought over, this is what I'm wearing, and that's it.
Yeah. I have an option of this shirt or this shirt. That's pretty much it.
Yep.
And you're like, if I wear this shirt, I have to wear these pants, but I don't want to wear these pants, so I'm going to wear these instead, but then I have to find something else to wear, and I need to wear something over it.
Yeah.
And then I need shoes that go with this, but I don't think these shoes will be comfortable enough, so actually I'm going to start over with a different outfit.
100%. That's it. Oh, God. Yeah. So
the outfit,
forget it if I'm trying to find an outfit on top of also doing my makeup. Also, my makeup is much less high maintenance these days. So
I never saw you as someone who took forever to do makeup, though. You're pretty efficient.
Take forever, but it definitely took a
I've
while.
seen some people that take like fucking, it's just like, what are you even doing? You're not even adding anything else. You're just taking it, but they're probably savoring it. Maybe I should shut up. We were compassionate.
Oh my God. Yeah. So in conclusion,
we both
we don't know.
we
both take a while.
A long time sometimes. Our other best friend definitely takes the least amount of time.
In all cases, they take the least amount of time.
And is waiting, just sitting and waiting.
Yeah. And is fine with it.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Just chilling. But yeah. Sam and I take the longest time. If we're late, it's because of one of us.
Yeah, that's facts. Okay.
If not both of us, honestly.
Yeah.
Definitely. It's fun though.
Being on time, that's quite a concept. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know her. Okay. How much does our friendship mean to you? Rate it on a scale of 1 to 10. 5 million kajillion thousand.
Our friendship means more to me, including Lee in this, including our other best friend. It means more to me than any other friendship in my life. And any other relationship in my life. Let me be real. Let me be genuine for a second.
I would say it's hard to compare it to the relationship with my sisters specifically. Mm-hmm. I think it's the same, just a different quality, if that makes sense. Because like I definitely share more with you and our friend than with my sisters. But like with my sisters, I can go to them about anything and be like suddenly deep about something that I've never shared, and it's cool. Yeah. You know, it's like sister things.
Yeah. I think that's important. My sister and I are not there yet, so I can't say that.
And I keep telling you to give it some time. How old is she now?
19. Yes.
Yeah, 19. I would give it like 20s, early 20s.
Yeah, I'm not, holding my breath, but I think we'll be even better. We're much better than we used to be, so I think we'll only get better.
I mean, for me and my sister is like, we have a similar age gap. I would say ish 7 years and 10 years with the other. So it's definitely like progressed from like a more parental-ish role to like this is like a mutual sister thing. If that makes sense. Like they come to me about their problems too.
Yes.
So it's not just I don't feel as much like a child with like I need to like hide some stuff from my big sister or I'll get in trouble. Like it doesn't really have that anymore, and I don't know if that's what your sister feels for you. You wouldn't know. Yeah, exactly.
No, but I'm sure it is.
But so I definitely think it changes once you're in your 20s. It's like, what are you gonna do? I'm 25. Like, what are you gonna do about me like smoking weed? You're really gonna get mad? Because like for a while they would.
Right.
And then they would be like, well, as long as you're being careful. And it's like, okay, you have a master's degree. I think you're fine. Or like you have a job. Like you're not just succumbing to some life that I'm stigmatizing, making up with the stigma.
Exactly.
Or, you know, just out of genuine concern because you're my younger sibling. So that kind of shifts of like, we're both adults.
Absolutely.
And sometimes I still feel, because like, even though there is that, my sisters are like, they have like houses and are married. So sometimes I feel like a little baby compared to them. Like they're very established. But I mean, my sisters like talk to me and they're like, you've done so much with your life. And I'm like, yeah? Really?
Right.
It's like, oh, you've overcome so many obstacles and like you're like growing into a whatever, like really amazing adult, blah, blah, blah. Like, and I'm just like, what? Okay.
Yeah. So nice.
So I think since we've established those things,
right,
it became the same level of our friendship, if that makes any, if like when we were younger, I definitely would have said like, oh yeah, I'm much closer to my friends than my sisters, but now it's like a similar level, if that makes sense.
Absolutely.
But still 15 kajillion bajillion thousand.
Absolutely. Right back at you.
Out of 10.
Out of 10. Oh man. Oh, I read the next one, right?
Yeah.
When was the last time we hugged each other and got emotional? Literally the last time we left each other.
Did we get emotional?
Yes.
I mean, yeah, I'm not questioning that. But like, did we cry? Did I cry?
Yes.
The last time?
Correctly. I think so.
Yeah, I just don't remember. I remember us hugging before I left for school in the fall. Not this time around for some reason.
When you were here for New Year's, I definitely hugged you really tight. But didn't we go to Lee's house for something?
See, I thought that was before I left for the fall.
No, I think that... Was it? Oh, you know I have no concept of time. Now you're going to make me question everything.
Well, because I remember, okay, we had our trip to New York in the summer.
Yes.
And we thought that was going to be it.
Right, that sounds for really the summer fatalistic. Before you left.
Yeah, I thought that was going to be it for the summer, so then I cried a lot.
Yeah, you did.
But then I was like, hey, last minute, even though I've been traveling a bunch and doing all this, you know, bizarre stuff to prepare, I'm just going to come over.
Yes.
For like a day. And that's when I went to Lee's house.
That's when we hung out at Lee's house, yes.
Yeah, and then I cried to both of you.
Yeah, definitely cried that day.
Definitely cried.
But I think we did at New Year's. But
at New Year's, yeah, like did we hang out after New Year's? I guess not.
No, because you stayed home and then you left. You were leaving kind of soon after that, so you were at home.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know. Every parting is a little bit emotional.
Yeah, every time we're emotional, for sure.
Yeah. It's because it's not like, you know, not to be that person, but it's like, you know, we're leaving and we don't know if we'll see each other again.
Okay, that is really dramatic.
Sorry, I'm being dramatic.
But it's true though. It's true.
But like, it's reality.
Yeah.
Ultimately, you never know when you're gonna see, you know, the person you love, one of the people you love the most in the world.
Yeah, when they're that far away.
See them again. Yeah, you're so far away. Anything could happen.
True.
So it's always a little emotional.
It's always pretty emotional when we hug. Maybe there's not always tears. I don't remember crying this time.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to think. I don't think it
was too like, maybe because it was like, oh, I'm here for a break and then I'm coming back in a few months. Yeah. And it'll be chill. But like definitely before I left, like actually just moved here, I was like, I'm distraught. I'm crying so much.
It was really hard in the summer when we would part ways.
Yeah.
It was really hard.
And I remember other times too. I remember like when I was still applying to med school, we had gotten together for Samhain or Halloween. Yeah. And we like to spend that day together especially. But like I felt like I couldn't be present because I was like focusing on applications and like doing stuff, and I like cried to you. I cried to you and you were like, oh. I was like, no, I'm really sad that like I wasn't present, which seems so silly. to like cry about because you're like, it's fine.
I was.
But I was like, no, I'm terrible.
I was like, it's okay.
Yeah, but I remember that. I remember that time because it was kind of really sudden. It was like right when I was about to leave, and I was like,
and it's not always tears, like you said. It's just, we feel strongly for each other, and parting is sad.
But basically, I'm just a crybaby, so there's always tears.
Always
Your
tears.
eyes will fill with water, I think.
That counts for me.
Yeah. That's fine. We won't get into it. I think it annoys me that you don't cry. I'm just finding more things that annoy me.
Thanks. I'm glad.
Well, it concerns me.
Oh.
What's the combination
that's different.
Is there a combination of like concern and annoy?
I feel like there has to be.
It perturbs me.
Okay.
That you don't cry. But
that's a good word.
There's actually a lot of people that don't cry that easily. I just cry very easily. So. If you haven't figured that out.
I cry a lot more than I used to. I just don't cry often still.
Yeah. I was going to say, I don't cry often, but that's not true. I think I cry less often, which says a lot because
wow,
I still cry weekly at least. Is that a lot?
No, I don't think so. I would not say it is.
Okay, I also cry really easily watching stuff or if someone else cries. And you'd be, well, maybe not surprised, but in med school, I've seen a lot of people cry.
That's not surprising at all.
Yeah, it's fine. And then it's embarrassing because I'll see someone cry and then I'll just start crying, which is so annoying. And then I have to be like, oh my God, I'm so sorry. I'm crying. This is embarrassing. Anyway,
right.
But yeah, it's always a sad goodbye. It's always a sad goodbye. I guess since we haven't lived near each other in the past.
In a long time, yeah.
Long time. Yeah, you're right. A long time.
6 years, that's a long time.
That is a long time.
For best friends to not live near each other.
Yeah.
I think it counts.
Okay. Next one. What is your favorite memory from the early days of our friendship?
Oh. I mean, I have many. It's a general theme of memories.
Mm-hmm, yeah.
I think for me, like some of my favorite early memories are literally sitting in the library with you, studying or not studying and just goofing off.
Mostly not.
Yeah.
Mostly
and
not
like
studying.
Doing that, and then the two of us being in the library until 2 a.m. Everybody else is left.
Everyone's gone. You and you're working on a presentation that you have to do tomorrow. I'm studying.
Yes.
I'm like doing homework or something, like chemistry homework. And then it's 2 a.m. We're finished-ish.
Sort of. We're done for the night.
We're done for the night. And then you're like, let's go to the beach. And it's like, cool, okay. And then we walk.
We play music.
We play music out loud because no one's
dance
around.
Walk. Exactly. And dance walk.
Through the length of campus to get to your car.
Yep.
And we fucking
get in
ride.
And we go to the beach.
And then we're blasting
and we
music
scream.
more. Yeah, we're screaming. Why are we screaming? I couldn't tell you. Yeah, I couldn't tell you.
We're having a great time, though.
We're fully just expressing something. I don't know. Something was going on.
Those are some of my favorite memories from my whole life, let alone from just the early days of our friendship.
Poignant moments.
They were somehow, in all the screaming and giggling and howling laughter, they were poignant moments.
One time we were like on the beach and like getting really deep into something. Do you remember this? We were getting really deep. We were just like sitting on the sand, chilling. And like it got like serious for some time, but it wasn't like overly serious, but like, you know, it was deep. And then the ocean, like the tide went exponentially high and we almost just like drowned. Like do you remember this? And we were like, oh shit.
You're like, that means it's time to go home.
Yeah.
We got soaked.
It was super, yeah. We had some silly times. And
So
sometimes
silly,
we
so
would drive
fun.
back and you would drop me off, or you would try to drop me
we
off.
would park.
Yeah, you would park. It would be probably 4 to 5 a.m. at this point.
Yeah, somewhere in there.
Yeah, at my apartment. But we would still talk. We would just continue talking. What on earth were we talking about?
I have no idea.
I mean, I guess we're doing a podcast, so we do talk.
We talk a lot.
For a long time.
I don't know what we could have been talking about.
But anything. Everything.
Yeah. Literally anything or everything. It could have been something serious or not serious at all.
Yeah.
Totally bullshitting together. Right. Listening to music, blasting songs.
And then I was like, okay, maybe screaming. I have to go sleep for 1 hour before class.
Oh my God. I would skip like my first 2 classes and only go to the class with the presentation or something. Like,
how did we survive? How did we do that?
I don't understand.
Chaos.
It was fun though.
Those were such really a good fun times. And then we went to go see the sunrise together sometimes. Like probably right before breaks. I remember we would do that.
At winter break, I remember specifically we went.
We would bundle up.
Yes,
and go watch the sunrise.
It was cold.
Why did we do that?
Just to spend some time together.
Yeah, but that's
before we left for holidays.
Such an interesting choice of something to do. Let's go watch
we're gay. What do you want to do?
I know, we're so gay. I know, it's like fully queer activities. Like, yeah, let's go watch the sunrise before going home for Christmas.
Oh my God.
And it would be so cold. Yes. And we would be half alive. Because, like,
absolutely.
The sun rose really early.
Yes.
Yeah. These were some interesting times.
I love them.
I know.
Some of my favorite memories of all time.
It's nice.
Yeah.
How cute. Like, I look back and I'm like, that's cute. So gay.
Yeah. Cute. It's great.
But yeah, very simple stuff. Regular things that people do, I guess.
Yep.
Yeah. Do you want to go with the next one? This one's...
Oh yeah, I'm evens, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
This one's way less serious.
It's completely. What is my favorite pizza topping?
Okay, I don't know your favorite pizza topping, to be honest. We both like pineapple.
We do like pineapple. I would guess that your favorite pizza combo is like a pineapple jalapeno. Maybe really you throw a meat on there, but like that's kind of your thing. Yeah. You want like spicy, the sweet pineapple. Yeah. You kind of want lots of flavors. So maybe throw like a pepperoni on there or something. Not like a ham. You're not like a plain meat. Yeah. It would be like a meat with flavor.
I'm not mad at it. Like, I'm not mad if it's like a ham or, Canadian bacon.
Yeah.
Pineapple. Like, I'm okay with it.
That's fine.
I like a pineapple and then like a spicy something. I also like a mushroom, onion, bell pepper.
Yes. Oof.
Oh
yeah. A supreme without the olives is perfect.
Yeah.
A supreme pizza with no olives is perfect. Like, even though I'm a pescatarian now, sausage on pizza still hits, and I don't know what to tell you. But there's really good vegan sausage, so like I'm not really missing that. Sausage is easy to veganify.
It's been a while since I've had like a real pizza experience. I don't. Yeah, I just haven't had like ordered pizza in the States in a long time, and they don't.
We
really
have to order
like
pizza when you come back. Okay.
True, we do need pizza.
That's what we'll do.
Pizza is a good time.
We'll have pizza instead of going to all of these like fancy places. The first thing we'll do is go to like Waffle House or just order a fucking pizza.
True.
Something basic,
regular.
Instead of going to Hot Pot and then dim sum.
Oh, but that was so
It was
good.
so
Are
good.
You joking?
It was totally worth it. I think we should still do stuff like that.
We had money bags. We were so prosperous for this year.
We set ourselves up for success.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah.
By eating a lot of food, and it was good.
Yeah, it was good. What's your favorite pizza topping?
Well, like that, like a supreme without the.
We're just the same.
We are kind of the same. A supreme without the olives is great. I do love a pineapple and jalapeno, But honestly, sometimes, a lot of the time for me, just like an extra cheese pizza hits. Like a
Oh,
really
yeah.
hot
Yeah.
pizza with extra cheese.
I also...
Maybe some crust seasoning. Like,
oh, yeah. Oh.
incredible.
I also love a marguerite.
A marguerite. It's
Yeah,
so good.
love a marguerite.
Yeah.
Just the basil.
So delicious. Yeah, exactly. Like some fresh basil hits on a pizza. Okay.
Man, pizza's so good.
It's such a good food. It's not definitely not like my favorite food, but
pizza, no.
It does hit.
No. My sister said that you outgrow pizza, and I was like, well, when's that happening?
That's not true.
It's not happening anytime soon.
That is not true.
If anything, I'll just get a more grown-up pizza.
Exactly.
And I'm having my pizza with a glass of wine because I'm an adult now.
Yeah.
Okay?
Exactly.
Exactly. You get me.
Oh, it's perfect.
Okay, yeah, let's get pizza when I come home.
Amazing. Pizza and wine. I think we're going to do it.
Oh, yes.
I'm ready.
Okay, what is your contact name on my phone? Okay, I'm gonna be honest with you, it's just your name. Full name. Very formal, as if we've never actually hung out in our lives. Yeah, I'm sorry. I think in my old phone I did have, like, nicknames with, like, emojis and stuff. I just, like, didn't do that with this phone. That's all. So your full ass name, all of your names.
All of my names are in there. Yours in my phone is, I was just pulling it up. It's Sam, sun emoji, mango emoji, doctor emoji, and your last name. So when I see your contact, it's Sam and the 3 emojis.
Wait, sun, mango,
doctor.
Doctor? Like the doctor or a stethoscope?
The doctor one.
Okay.
There's put a stethoscope.
There's too many emojis. Okay. Like me as a doctor, a little brown doctor.
Yep.
Girl. Okay.
100%.
Okay. That's kind of nice. I think before I had like a peach and a moon. We're just the same person.
We are.
But right now it's just your name. Now I'm gonna change it. Now I'm gonna make nicknames. No, I just like don't care about my phone.
Yeah, like your contact in my phone is just your name, but your nickname.
I know. I just like didn't go and do nicknames.
I only have nicknames for you and our other best friend.
Yeah,
that's it.
It's like a lot of
nobody else has it.
A lot of work. It's not a lot of work. It is a lot of work. I just don't care.
It's a lot of work.
That's all it is.
All right. How close do you think I am to your family?
You're not very close to my family.
I am not. We don't spend a lot of time at your house or with your family.
No, I don't like inviting people over to see my family.
It is not of my own volition that I'm not close to your family. It's you.
It's me.
I would say that you're moderately close to my family.
I've made your father chuckle, which is
like, and you've made my mom laugh.
Yeah, I don't know if she's like laughing at me or
and my sister likes you. So
that is also huge. Your dad and your sister tolerating me is just an honor. To be honest.
Yeah, it's great. If they like you, that's a big deal.
That's a big deal. I don't bring you around my family because they're a lot. Or specifically my parents. Like my dad would just like make it about him and just be annoying. And I don't know how to control myself around that. So I just like don't want to bring you around. But I think I'll invite you over this summer.
Wow.
Actually, when we go to see Paramore.
You'll deign to invite me over?
Yeah. I'm a little nervous about it. But I think it'll be chill. I mean, it'd be nice. Yeah, me trying to convince myself. Like, yeah, it'll be nice.
It'll be fun.
It's hard to explain. We'll have to like get into it sometime to talk about like why. It's just uncomfortable. Even he met some of my friends here. When he came for my white coat ceremony.
Right.
And I was so like, I don't know, like, oh, me seeing all the narcissistic parent signs. But then later my friends are like, your dad's so cool and so like charming and like he did all these cool things and like he was so fun to talk to. And I like just don't know how to compartmentalize that, because I don't want to be like, actually, my dad's a narcissist, and here's why. Let's go through the DSM-5. But I have to be like, cool, thanks, instead, and just like not be triggered. You know what I mean?
Wow. Yeah, I know what you mean.
So it's an uncomfy situation, but that's all. And my dad's always like, if he does meet anyone I know, anyone, coworker, friend, whatever it is, he's always like, what did they say about me? What did they say that they liked me? And it's like, yeah, they did, actually.
Yeah.
It's so, I can't even explain to you.
Wow.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah, I do.
It's deep. But that's to say, you're not close to my family. I feel like you'd be close to my sisters. My sister actually lives close to you.
That's true.
You could go to her yoga class.
That's true. I could.
You could.
Is there a free class? I'll go.
A free one is interesting. Yeah, I actually don't know. She's worked at places where it's like a pay what you can class. Yeah. I don't know though. But yeah, I'll let you know. Hook you up.
Yeah. Thanks. Yeah, I think I would get you saying that. Actually, I was gonna say I think I would get along with them, but like what I really mean is, what I mean to say is, you saying that makes me feel really good. Really? You think I'd get along with your sisters? Yeah, because you value them and your relationship with them so highly. Like, that means a lot to me that you think we'd all get along.
Oh yeah, my sisters are chill as fuck. Good. There are times when I'm kind of like, no, you guys are old millennials. But that's kind of it. Probably the same way where you to your sister, you're like, oh my god, you're a Gen Z child. Yeah, for sure. I'm like, yeah. But that's really it. I think they're cool. Of course, I'm dreaming this question.
This is a horrible question.
Jordan, what is my dream date? And with whom?
Your dream date partner is Kyungsoo. So your dream date...
that sounds nerve-wracking.
If in your wildest dreams you're not nervous about it, it would be with Kyungsoo.
I'm getting nervous right now.
So your dream date? Oh man. Okay. I just want to vomit. I feel like it could go one of two ways. All right. I have two ideas. So one would be like you two go to like a museum or a gallery and walk together. You probably grabbed a coffee before then, right? Like you met for coffee first. Then you go to your walk, observe the art, the whatever gallery you're at, talk about it, exchange, philosophical ideas, and have this like amazing discussion about obnoxious. Art, right? Then once you've finished art date, it's actually time to eat. So you're gonna go to a place that like you would like to go to, one that neither of you have ever been to before, and it's a different type of food that you both do not eat typically, which I think would be fun and cool. And after that if after that he would gauge your social battery. If you still have social bones left in your body, it would be like a walk through the park in the evening kind of thing. But it's like the certain kind of park where like lights are strung everywhere, but it's kind of deserted. I don't know why it's deserted, but it's kind of empty. There are string lights.
Well, if it's not deserted, the paparazzi is going to see us and report to the country of South Korea about it. So we can't have that happen.
Exactly. So it's like deserted. And you're just walking through with all these string lights, and it's beautiful and quiet, and you would love it. And then after that, maybe you go home.
Okay. Well, actually, that's pretty good, but it makes me sound obnoxious.
I don't think it makes you sound obnoxious. I think it means that you like a nice time. It also sounds like a nice time to me. So.
Yeah. Because I don't know what your dream date. Like,
what do you think it would be? What kind of date would I like?
I don't know. I don't want to like, I feel like I'm very wrong.
Conjecture. Do it. It doesn't matter if you're wrong.
No, I feel like you would like to be taken to a really nice restaurant. Because like you were saying to me, like we would go somewhere, like I would love to go to like a market street foodie kind of thing. And I think you'd like that too. Mm-hmm. But I just think maybe it's just me thinking of a Libra Venus, because I don't really think about what you would like for a date as much as you thought of it for me, which is why I'm kind of like, oh. But to me, I don't know. I think that because you always make plans. So I think that you would want to have like someone plan it out for you. You wouldn't want to take the lead for once, like in your life.
That's
Please,
correct.
God, can someone just take the lead for once? And just like take you somewhere really nice. Like it has to be a very, not like a luxurious experience, but it has to be quite different from just regular life. You know what I mean? But that's really all. That's all I got. I'm not gonna lie. It has to be.
Wow, you can't think of anything else that I would want to do on a date?
No, because like dating's cringe. Like, ugh.
Stop it! Stop! This is what annoys me about you. Okay.
I don't really know. I think
Stop
you would.
it.
Oh, I think you would like a little bookshop date.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, a bookshop date,
Yes.
a coffee, a cafe.
Yeah. Oh God, I love a cafe date, a bookshop date.
Yeah, like a very chill. Even like a chill shopping date, but not like a mall, dear God, but like a little street market vibe, that kind of thing.
Yeah, that'd be nice.
Yeah,
I would love that. I would, in fact, love that.
Definitely a bookshop. You would like to peruse.
Yes, I love to peruse.
Yeah. My thing is like, I don't know if. Well, I mean, I would love. Like, can we go to a bookshop?
Yes. Here's the thing. I would go on that date with you.
Yeah.
The one that I planned out, I would go on that date with you.
And even the one that you said about the museum, like, yeah, can we do that? I feel like we've kind of done some of that already.
I know.
You know?
Those are the things we do together, but I know that they would make for like a date that would feel really satisfactory to you. Like, because I've taken you out to do stuff like that, or like we've gone to do stuff like that together. Maybe let me phrase it in a less.
That's why, I mean, maybe in my mind, I think that you would want to do something quite different on a date, but I don't really know. And then I don't know. Is your dream person Kai? He would be quite someone to go out with.
That's what I think he would like manage to plan a date that I would love
for sure.
Is he my dream date? I don't know. I don't really dream of dating celebrities. Of course I love him, but
he's into books, I think. As much as I could say. Yeah, perhaps he's into books. He's really into fashion. He would be fun to go clothes shopping with. Like, he's really good at picking out clothes for people. And like what you said, I don't even know if you knew this, but Kyungsoo does love to go to art galleries and museums.
I feel like I subconsciously knew that.
Yeah, and he's quite a foodie. He likes to go to like Michelin rated restaurants, which is not my vibe, but I would be down.
I think it would be cool to go to like, there's this place that's got like 2 or 3 Michelin stars in like Thailand that is literally a hole in the wall.
Exactly.
Like that's the kind of Michelin star restaurant I would love to go to.
Exactly. And like EXO did like a reality show. I think they were in Taiwan. And they went to quite a hole in a wall seafood restaurant, and Kyungsoo was like, this is one of the best restaurants I've been to traveling. Yeah. So I know that he's not only about like fine dining Michelin star, but I think it interests him. Because he's like a certified chef now.
Right.
So he really likes those really fancy. He likes like fancy Italian food as well.
I love fancy Italian food.
Yeah.
That's a big one.
So, and I like don't necessarily do that on my normal, but I would be interested in it. Like, I would find it fun.
Be a fun experience. Yeah. Once in
a while.
And
like, I would take him to the really cool, swanky street vendors. And I think he would also really like that. Yeah, me actually imagining this. But he's the type of person
to think about.
I think he's my dream date because he is open to like these new experiences. He's very open to traveling and stuff like that. That's the type of person I would want to go on a date with, I guess.
Yeah, I guess. It'd be fun. This is a dream thing, okay?
I know, but like dating.
I know.
Dating is so weird now. We don't have to get into it. Please don't. Please don't start. But like, do
We're
people
not.
even go on dates like this anymore?
No.
No.
Not at all.
End of segment.
Yeah. I mean, okay, here's the thing. Actually,
Yeah.
my current partner, when we were in New York, and he came like the day you were leaving, right? Like, or more or less. We did go on a date like that.
Yeah.
We got breakfast, then we went to the Metropolitan Museum of Art, I think. Yeah, we went to the Metropolitan Museum of Art. Then we went to the Natural History Museum. We went to the Natural History Museum together because we're both like a little history nerdy, sciencey nerdy versus like art nerdy.
I like that too.
Yeah, so we went to the Natural History Museum. Then we got coffee after while we decided what we wanted to do for dinner. And then we went to Korean barbecue. So it was like kind of like the date that I described for you. Like a little bit of culture, a little bit of coffee, and some good food.
Right. I mean, I think you and I are, it's quite similar.
Yeah, we like the same kinds of
stuff.
Things like that. Like long days.
Would you go on a concert for a date?
I would not like that as much, but I think it could be fun if it's like a small
like
band that we both like. Yeah. Like if he took me to see Mac Ayres, that would be a good date to me.
That's an amazing
like we get
date.
dinner before and go see Mac Ayres. I think that would be
that rules.
A perfect date.
Yeah.
But it would really have to be the right vibe. Like Mac Ayres is not going to play in a big arena at this point in his career. So that's the reason it would be the most enjoyable, if you ask me.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. I
think a concert date is iffy.
Yeah, it would have to be like once you're dating for a while to go to like a big show, right? Together.
Yeah, I think that would be interesting once you're past the initial still getting to know each other phases.
Yeah, to go to something a little more hype. But yeah, yep. I'm also like, what do people do for dates? I guess movies. The movies is interesting because like you don't really get to talk. You don't get to talk to each other. It would have to be like part of the date. Like you went out for drinks and then you went to see a movie or whatever.
Yeah, I think what we both value in dates and like partners, or what we would value, is spending time getting to know each other.
Yeah, like talking about stuff other than work and things like that. I think that's what I really need anyway, is like
right. Which I think like that's why I like long dates when I go on
like
dates.
A full day.
It's got to be kind of a thing.
Yeah.
Because I really think that if you just are spending, 2 hours at a meal together, like you've gotten through the initial awkwardness if you're still in early stages, then talking about the boring stuff, and then like maybe you're finally settling into real conversation. Right. And it's over.
But I still would love like part of this like day-long date, like something like a pottery class or like a culinary class that you go to together.
I think that would be so fun. Yeah. That would be such a cool
like a little beekeeping workshop.
Something neat and quirky and hands-on.
Yeah, exactly. And you're doing like an activity together and it's like easy to break the ice, I think.
Yeah, for sure. I think that would be fun. If you're going to do something a little bit shorter, I think that is a good place to start. And then you move on to like, oh, how are you feeling? Do you want to are you hungry? And eat. Like the date kind of evolves naturally.
Yes. Oh yeah, that sounds good, actually.
That's so good.
Or like coming over to like cook. I know that's a little more, but that's still a good date.
It's a good date.
That's sexy too.
Oh my god, we're just talking about dates.
I know,
for
no one's
gonna
come do this with me. So
I'm on my way, bitch.
I'm giving all these suggestions if anyone's listening out there.
If you want to date Sam,
yeah,
these
just
are the things
swim
you should be planning.
the length of the Atlantic to me. Okay, and we'll like go somewhere, I guess.
Oh my god.
Oh my god, that's funny.
Okay. This next question is like not for me, but what is my
Oh
favorite
my god,
movie?
I'm so glad you agree, because like, who has a favorite
Ugh.
movie?
A lot of people have favorite movies, okay?
I
A
would
lot of people, but I don't.
I would guess that your favorite movies are like the Lord of the Rings
Okay.
series. I don't know
Uh-huh.
which one in particular,
Yeah.
but I think that comes pretty close for you.
Sure. It's in my top
Yeah,
selection of movies that I really, really like.
right. You also
But
enjoy
like
Twilight.
I do
I
enjoy
don't know where you
Twilight.
would rank those two.
That I think they also fall into like my top favorite
Yeah.
movies collection simply because I have such nostalgia attached to them, and also they're some of the best comedy movies ever made. And I stand by this opinion. They're not examples of good relationships in the least. You know they're toxic, you know
Yeah,
it's bad.
which is why
It's not
I
what you're
don't
looking
like
for.
them. But
Yes,
like,
so that's not what I'm watching
I
for. So
know. I've come to
um,
understand that we fought about that. That's a real fight.
that was not a
we
real fight.
really fought about that.
No, it wasn't.
That
We
was
did
real
not.
for me.
Oh my god.
Oh my
Um
god. I really don't have favorite movies.
no, I
I'm
was
not,
gonna say I can't think of a single movie where you'd be like, "Oh, this is my favorite
I
movie."
mean,
You have some that you like for
definitely the
sure.
Studio Ghibli movies come close.
Yeah, of course,
Um
iconic. Also, I would say Turning Red kind of hit for you
yeah,
in a lot of ways,
I
but
don't
I
know if
don't know if
that's
you
my
count that. Like,
lifetime favorite movie.
no, and I would never say that, but I would definitely say that like that was a movie that had impact on you because
Oh,
we watched it for the first
absolutely.
time together.
That's true.
Um,
It's definitely one of my, I think it's one of the best that's come out recently. And the
for
thing is,
sure.
I think I gaslight myself because a lot of people disagree, but I know it's just that I connect to it differently for
Yes.
sure. Um and Moana is also up there. Even though these are
Yeah.
all animated movies, I'm realizing.
So
Technically children's movies, but
Studio Ghibli movies are not for
yeah, they're not
kids.
really for kids. You're right, you're right. I guess
Only a couple of them are actually for children.
yeah, yeah.
But those movies are some of the best movies ever made. Period.
Yeah,
Don't nobody
definitely.
can like change my mind about that.
Uh,
Love them.
yeah, I agree.
Um,
That's probably as close as I can get to a favorite movie. I also really love
yeah.
Shrek.
Oh, Shrek. Oh my
Yeah,
god.
Shrek is also
Okay, if I had a favorite movie, it would actually probably be Shrek. But I
like the
don't really
first
have a
one.
favorite movie. Yep, just the first one.
The first, yeah, and people are. I mean, people say the second one's better, but
It's
like,
not, but honorable mention to number 2. It's also extremely good. It's not better than the first one though. So
I know. I just think it's so hard. Like, how can you say the sequel's better? I mean, I know the sequel could be better, but without Shrek, the first one,
yep.
it would mean nothing. You know, I don't know. This is a
Mm-hmm.
whole philosophical argument. We're on the same side,
We
so
are.
there's no reason to
No,
argue. But Shrek is
us
definitely
talking
up
about
there.
this would be weird.
But Shrek is definitely something I bonded with my sister with the most when we were younger.
Uh huh.
We love those movies and would watch all of them like during the
Yeah.
holidays and stuff. So
Yep.
yeah, I
So
don't
good.
know. Do people have favorite movies? Let us know. I
A
don't.
lot of people have favorite
If
movies.
you
Tell
have a
me your
favorite,
favorite
yeah,
movie.
tell me your
You could
favorite
tweet
movie,
it at us.
and we'll judge you for that being your favorite one out of
Mm-hmm.
all of them.
We'll send a reaction GIF that gives you our opinion on your favorite movie. Okay.
Oh my god.
Last question.
This is a great one. This is a great one.
Oh God.
If
Here
we
we
went
go.
on a holiday together, where would it be? Okay,
All right,
so many
bitch.
options.
There are literally so many options. So our dream trip together, there are actually two that come to mind initially. And correct me if I'm wrong, but
Uh-huh.
one would be Korea,
Uh-huh.
us together going
Yeah.
to South Korea.
Yeah.
Other option is a Sri Lanka trip.
Okay, yes. Okay, I thought okay, I thought you were gonna say like one of the trips is like a Korea and Japan tour. This would
I
be
mean,
the dream.
absolutely. I was trying to be a little bit conservative, but that is the ultimate dream. All the money in the world, we're doing Korea and Japan like
right
8 weeks, 6 weeks, something really long.
Whoa, like, 6 or 8 weeks in both. Yeah, this would be, I don't
like
know.
I know, I mean like 3 or 4 in each, but we would spend a long time, as long as we could, in each
In
place.
each. Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, that would be the dream. But like if we had to pick one, I think Korea would be pretty sick.
Yes.
And then I agree, I would love to go to Sri Lanka one day. Maybe when things have calmed down a bit.
Not now.
Not now. Um,
Not now.
I mean, these have been some weird years, right? For traveling
Yeah.
in general and just economies and government. So,
Absolutely.
but maybe one day in the future. I mean, it is one of my dreams to have a sabbatical in Sri Lanka and be more integrated there. And then I think after that, I would feel more comfortable, traveling with someone there, if that makes sense.
Yes.
Because like my relationship to going to Sri Lanka is like we do family stuff, and I'm very much like hanging out with family. Like I don't know how to
Right.
actually travel to Sri Lanka, so I would want to figure that out, and then I would love to do that more regularly in my older adult life. I guess that's the dream.
Right.
I want to go to Belgium with you.
Dude, that would be so sick.
We need to do like a little family ancestral trip.
Okay, so
to
we're
all the
doing
places.
Belgium and then West Africa.
Oh my god, yes. Are you joking? Yeah, we're doing that.
Okay.
We could do Sri Lanka. We're also gonna go to the Himalayas. We're also gonna go. I don't know. There's so many places I want to travel to, and like you and I, it would be lit to go anywhere. We need to go to Paris.
Yeah.
Paris.
Okay. Thank you.
We need to go to Paris. We need to go to London. We need to go.
Here's the thing. Everybody I know fucking hates Paris.
Okay,
and I think it's bullshit, all right? I need everyone to chill.
If I want to go to Paris, that says everything. Because I know all the stereotypes. And I still want to go.
Yeah.
Get this. I think I would want to live in Paris. And I might be made fun of because
I may be made fun of.
I may be made fun of for saying that, but I think it would be dope as fuck. And I don't care what you say. I'm gonna live in Paris one day. I don't know if I'm actually gonna live in Paris one day.
I would also love to live in Paris one day.
I just don't enjoy speaking French.
Yeah.
But I need to take it a little more seriously. Is what I'll say. I know it's important. I mean, I want to do global health things, so French would be quite important. So I definitely feel like I'll go to France or at least French-speaking countries one day. That's the plan. I'm gonna go everywhere. Yeah. Actually, I've decided.
I think that's great.
Where else have we talked about going? We need to go to like Latin America together too.
Of course we fucking do. That's not even a question.
Jordan and Sam travel the world, tour the world.
Basically, that's what we would like to do.
Every region.
Yeah, everywhere.
Yeah. I want to take you to Guatemala.
I would love to go with you. I'll take you to the DR. We'll go visit my host mom, who has been calling me lately, and we've been chatting a little bit on the phone. Like,
oh my god,
I miss her with my whole heart. I will take you. We will go.
We're gonna go.
Have a great time. We're gonna go eat mofongo.
Oh my god, I love mofongo. Are you joking? I will.
I know.
I'm gonna eat and cry. Like
she'll make us juice.
Yes. I just can't wait to eat juice. I think we're excited about the food.
I know. But I would just like love to travel with you.
What are other places?
We travel well together domestically, at least. So
at least. We'd be okay. I'm sure we'd be fine. Like, come on.
I mean, I agree.
What are other places you want to travel to? I really want to go to Bali or like Indonesia.
Oh God, yes.
The temples, the yogi temples.
I would love to do that.
I want to go to Thailand, the street markets. Although my parents said that it's not as glamorous as you would think, and I was like, who would think a street market's glamorous?
I don't care, exactly. Honestly, I'd love to do like a cheeky little Vietnam trip.
Yes,
I think that'd be fun.
Yes,
and
some of the best
gorgeous
food
and hot and sweaty. Exactly.
Yeah.
Oh God, I'm even
Spain.
trying to think.
We can go to Spain.
Yes, we have to crash Spain, okay? I want to do like a safari trip. That's probably my biggest dream trip because it'll be the most expensive thing I ever do in my life.
My dad goes, or he hasn't been in a while from the pandemic, but he goes to Masai Mara for photography excursions.
Just, like, absolutely love.
Those are some amazing experiences too. Anywhere, actually, everywhere.
Yes,
but I think the biggest one we've talked about is the Korea or Japan trip.
Mm-hmm. Yes, that's
for sure. One. That's it.
Yep, that's our biggest one.
So many places to travel to.
Right, the Sri Lanka trip is contingent upon you going beforehand and taking your sabbatical and stuff, and then some other things that we've talked about before.
For sure.
But that's definitely a trip that, like, I really hope we get to do someday for that reason that like you've gotten to take your sabbatical and spend a lot of time there and stuff. Because I want that for you.
Oh,
you know what I mean? Yeah.
I know, so many things that I want to do. It's a little overwhelming, actually.
So many things to do in life.
I know. Together as friends.
I know. Wow. When you find your platonic soulmate, like, how else are you, how do you not want to do absolutely everything ever with them?
I know.
This is a real question.
Yeah.
How do you tolerate it? How do you not spend every waking moment with, I just am confused.
I know. We don't live in the same place, and it's a crime. It's a crime.
I think so too. But nor do we have unlimited funds to be traveling back and forth to each other.
What's the deal?
That's the other problem. Come on now.
Who's going to sponsor us? Who wants to sponsor some two platonic soulmates to go and do all the things they want to do together?
Exactly.
Whatever.
Come on, mysterious benefactor.
For both of us. Just chaos.
Pay Sam's medical school bills.
Please.
You can release
Then I don't have to work as hard afterward.
The crippling grip.
All I'm doing it for is the letters. It's not to do actual work.
Just a few letters at the end of my name.
It's not true. Just a disclaimer. I'm joking. This is a joke. That's kind of fun. I feel like I got to know you a little better.
I know. We talked about some things we've never talked about of our own volition.
I know. Like, we knew, but it was like, we're saying it out loud.
Yeah, exactly.
It was fun.
I liked it. Thanks for doing the bestie tag with me.
Yeah, it was fun. Maybe some other besties will do this.
Yeah, answer a question.
We can link them in
the tweet to this episode.
Sure.
You can find the questions we used.
Yes. Cool.
Some of them were really good, and some of them were like, meh.
Some of them were meh.
Maybe they apply more to your friendship than ours.
True, the pizza one. Although the pizza one was important to us.
I think so. It determined that we have to get pizza.
I know. Yeah, good point. I guess that's it for this one.
I think it is.
All right. Talk to you later.
Bye, gamers.
Bye.
Bye.
Thanks for listening to us ramble about whatever it is we just talked about. If you want to ask us any questions or send us any information, you can tweet us at 2cupsbetween. That's the number 2 cups between on Twitter, or you can send us an email at 2cupsbetween@gmail.com. Thanks for listening. Bye.
God, send us any information. Bitch.
I don't know. What do you want me to say? Should I do it again? Should I do it again?
You have no script. You had a script the first time, and now you just wing it.
Well, like a script for what? Send us information.
Send us information. What do you mean information?
I don't know about how you're going to sponsor our platonic friendship tour of the world. God, like, what do you want from me?
We're keeping it. We're keeping it. That's it. We've done it.